Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat, remember when I talked about this? Yes, Toyota was going to come out with this Hybrid R. Supposedly going to be this over 800 brake horsepower monster that was just got me all excited, and then ended up being this. But this is still pretty slick. This is the brand new Hybrid R Toyota Yaris. Now, the Toyota Yaris Hybrid R is still going to be pretty slick in its own right, as the hybrid drive system, instead of using batteries, is going to use a supercapacitor, which is pretty cool. Not to mention, this thing is supposedly going to make 400 brake horsepower. Pretty doggone impressive coming out of a little Yaris. Now, I'm assuming this thing is going to have all-wheel drive, because there's no way you could put that through the front wheels, at least not and be able to still steer it, but pretty slick piece of kit. Will keep you in tune to what comes of this in the future, and sorry to get your hopes up with that 800 horsepower nonsense. Next up on the list, have you ever wanted to drive a World Rally car? How about this one? This car that's actually been whooping everybody's hind end in the World Rally Championships all over the world. This is the Golf R WRC automobile. Well, guess what? You can, because coming to the U.S. market is going to be this. Okay, it's not that big of a disappointment. It is the new Golf R, which will be making its official debut in the U.S. market in the third quarter of 2013. This particular model is still full of great goodness. It comes with a 2-liter turbocharged engine that comes in at 300 brake horsepower, up 30 brake horsepower from the last generation of this automobile. You can get in a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed DSG gearbox, and the thing comes with 4-motion all-wheel drive system, just like that World Rally car. 0 to 60 numbers in 5.1 seconds, or 4.9 seconds if you go with the automatic DSG gearbox. Percentage of fuel economy upgrade, as this thing does get a little bit of a bump. 18% better fuel economy over the last generation, and the vehicle comes in at 19 city and 27 on the highway, which is not too very bad for a vehicle that is shifting all its power through all 4 wheels. And the vehicle will be going on sale, like I said, in the third quarter of 2013 at your Volkswagen dealership, starting at $34,195 US dollars. Next up on the list, the Tesla Model S. As this vehicle, as like every vehicle in the US market, has to go through stringent crash test standards. Well, believe it or not, never before in the year of 2013 is a vehicle tested higher than this car, which I find just amazing to me, as I always thought that this vehicle was going to be kind of somewhat of a toy, kind of a little bit of a kit car kind of thing. But boy, I tell you what, those Tesla guys must have done a pretty doggone good job, and gals. That's a pretty impressive setup on this vehicle. We're talking every crash test standard. The front end crash test, the offset crash test, even that slight crash test that comes in on the nose, the roof crash test, and not the side crash test. All these, it aced them all. The highest rating of any vehicle that's coming down the pike in 2013. And I guess further shows that little bit of goodness of there's no ill-conceived motions of where things need to be, like in a standard automobile, is you can put the mass anywhere you want, from the electric drivetrain to the batteries, wherever you need them to be, which means you can build crumple zones wherever you think they need to be, and they apparently are all right on board of where they need to be on this automobile. Really crazy that this thing killed it like it did in that crash test standards, and a big attaboy from all of us here for that. Not to mention, let's talk a little bit about that whole ordeal that they were going through trying to sell this automobile in China. Remember, Tesla is actually a golf cart manufacturer in China, and a couple of big name websites have already using the Tesla name, which means that they couldn't. The only other option they had was to rename the automobile, which I thought was absurd. Apparently the Tesla group, it wasn't. Introducing, this is the brand new 2013 Tulsul Model S. Yes, Tesla will be now called Tulsul in the Chinese market, and will be going on sale very soon. Now, as EV sales have kind of dwindled as the economy starts to come back a little bit, and a lot of people moving to other vehicles, and the EV flash may be kind of getting to its end, maybe not, but this particular vehicle may be just exactly what China has needed. The Chinese market is big on large luxury vehicles. The biggest selling automobiles are some of the biggest, well, a lot of the German stuff, especially Audi, BMW, and Mercedes. The big sedans sell like hotcakes over there. So, this thing may be right down the alley. Cannot wait to hear what some of the sales numbers are for this particular model. The Tosul Model S. Still think that's kind of weird. Ferrari. You know, they weren't going to go to the Frankfurt Motor Show with nothing to show off against that brand new Gallardo track day racer. So they built one of their own. This is the 458 Speciale. Now, the Speciale actually has got tons of great kit. As you can tell, the front nose has been completely revamped with a lot of air intake for the actual front radiator systems. Also, it's got an escape duct right up through the hood or the front bonnet of the vehicle, like we're seeing from a lot of automobiles now, especially that was derived from a lot of racing cars. And this has also helped increase the front downforce of this automobile. Not to mention the front vents right above the front wheels that extract air from inside the wheel wells are a lot larger. This vehicle is rumored to be going over over 200 miles an hour for its top speed. It's got little wind deflectors right in front of the rear wheels and tons of cooling system. When we look at the back of the automobile, the entire mesh setup, the black part in between the tail lights, also that flank either side of the back glass of the automobile, these are all for trying to extract as much hot air from inside of the engine compartment as it possibly can. Also, this thing comes with a completely revamped underside diffuser to try to help channel that air and suck this automobile to the ground. A brand new F1 style E-diff system that goes in the back of this automobile that's really going to try to help to channel all that power mid-corner to keep this car from sliding wide and making you look like a real star around the track. Now, it does come with the same 4.7 normally aspirated V8, putting out 596 brake horsepower, which is a 34 horsepower jump over the standard 458. It also comes in with 398 pounds-feet of torque. And the vehicle's been on somewhat of a diet as well, as it came in at 1,290 kilograms, or 2,844 pounds, which is down 200 pounds over the standard model. And that thing is super lightweight, if you ask me. This thing is a pretty slick piece of kit and will go head-to-head with that brand new Gallardo. When this thing makes its official debut in Frankfurt, hopefully we'll get some pricing and we'll keep you some more details when it comes out very soon. Last up on the list, remember we showed off some of the teaser pictures of Ram unveiling the brand new Rumblebee? Well, after 10 years absence, here it is. This vehicle is tons of cool stuff, and it looks 1,000 times better than the last Rumblebee. Bespoke striping on this automobile, also with the Rumblebee logos all over it. Not to mention, this thing is 2 inches lower in the ride height department. These bespoke wheels that are only for this particular automobile, these are 22 inches big. Not to mention, this thing has a hard tonneau cover, again with that striping with the fancy Rumblebee logos that are coming with this. It's got the 10th anniversary on the back tires of this. Pretty slick piece of kit. Not to mention on the inside of it, tons of branding that shows off exactly what this automobile is. Now, as far as the drivetrain is concerned, it's going to get that 5.7 liter normally aspirated Hemi V8 that's going to be stuck right in front of an 8-speed automatic ZF gearbox. The vehicle will have 410 gears out back, which will put it right in line with that brand new Tremor from Ford. This is a pretty slick piece of kit. Can't wait to see this on U.S. highways, and we'll keep you in tune on what official pricing will be on this, hopefully very soon. The 10th anniversary of the Rumblebee. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this week's Motor Cars Enthusiast. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, you don't have to be a member over there. I'll go over there and check out all the pictures that we put up every day and videos and whatnot. The links, like I said, down in the show notes. You can also subscribe to the channel. Get the brand new dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.